everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Laura and I've been gone for a while. So I have been off booktube YouTube for about, I think, over a month now since I last posted. I've just been really busy prepping for an exam for work, but that is all finished now. I'm just awaiting the results, so I kind of have a good few weeks while I'm waiting for the results to just kind of, I still have to work, but to kind of take it a bit more relaxed and get back to making some videos. So that's number one on my list of things to do today, is to sit down and do a recap of the last couple of months of my reading, books I've acquired, books I've read, etc. To kind of keep you all in the loop and keep you updated. So I'm definitely going to do that today, but I thought I would also, while I'm here, start a little reading vlog. Making reading vlogs is like one of my favourite type of videos to make, so I've really missed making them, so I thought as soon as I've got the opportunity, I'm going to take it with both hands and do a little vlog. Currently Wednesday, I'm actually on annual leave this week, which is beautiful, and I haven't really got any plans. I've got some plans this weekend, but for the rest of the week I'm pretty much open. I just wanted to give myself this time, just kind of recover from my exam. I went camping at the weekend, which I think I got a couple of clips in, so I'll add them in, I'm sure, at some point. A little bit of b-roll. I need to go into town and head to Waterstones. What a problem, because it was my birthday a couple of weeks ago and my sister bought me a board game from Waterstones, but I actually already own it, so she said I could just exchange it for a book or some books. So I'm gonna go there and try and do that today. She hasn't given me the receipt though. She was like, oh, you can just exchange it without the receipt, that's what they said. I'm not sure about that. I don't believe that, so I might not be able to. But it'd be rude not to have a look around the books anyway, wouldn't it? So yeah, hopefully I could exchange it for some books. I haven't planned what book I want to pick up or anything like that. Oh, building work going on outside. But I did a video with my most anticipated reads of the rest of the year. Haven't spoken for this long for a while. Yeah, I did a video recently posting all the books I'm most excited to get to for the rest of the year, up until September at least. And so I might try and pick up some of them that I haven't yet got my hands on that are out already. I've got a few of them on Kindle. We'll see what this vlog kind of entails. But for now, I'm gonna get ready to go shopping to Waterstones and see where we go from there. There is also an Oxfam Books next to the Waterstones, so it would be rude to not visit. Apologies for the lighting, it's pretty rough in here, but I am home and it was a successful trip into town. So hot though, honestly. I can't wait to put the fan on and open the door, let some air in. It is boiling. But anyway, I thought I'd do a quick haul. So I was successful and was able to swap out the board game for some books, which I was very surprised about, but it worked, so I'm very happy about that. And I also popped into Oxfam Books, picked up a couple of books. I will show you them first. So the first one I've actually already read, but I picked up the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I listened to this on audiobook years ago and really enjoyed it, and I'm building up my Taylor Jenkins Reid collection, so I wanted to get the physical copy. So this was from Oxfam Books. It was £3, so I thought that was pretty good price, and it's in pretty good condition, so happy to have that on my shelves, adding to the collection. Not that I've got room. The next one I picked up from Oxfam, I've seen everywhere quite recently. I'm sure it only came out this year or last year. I'm pretty sure it was like the Waterstones Book of the Month or something like that for non-fiction. It is Abroad in Japan by Chris Broad. So it's about, I think he's a teacher yeah, an English teacher who goes to Japan to teach English, and it's just about his experiences there and how the culture difference is and how it is teaching over there, I think. But yeah, I have had my eye on this. The book cover is gorgeous. The lighting is awful, I'm so sorry. So yeah, picked that one up as well. And I paid for both of them with cash, so it was basically free. Doesn't count, am I right? And then, like I said, I went to Waterstones to exchange my board game that I had for my birthday that I've already got, and I picked up 2 books in exchange for the game, and I only had to pay about £4 to make up the price, so another win for me. I said earlier that I was going to look for some books that were on my 2024 anticipated releases, but looking at the list, I actually had quite a lot of them on Kindle already, and then the other ones weren't out yet. And then the ones that I did have on Kindle that I thought, oh, maybe I could just pick up the physical copy of as well, obviously were hardbacks. And I got a thing about hardbacks, I don't love a hardback. I will buy, like, if I have to, if they're in a charity shop or it's the only way I can kind of get hold of it, then I will get a hardback, but I don't love a hard copy. So I decided, seeing as I've got them on Kindle anyway, I will just go with that for now. And so I just picked up a couple of other books that I've had my eye on. So the first one has been out for years. I've seen so many people rave about it, and I've read from this author already, really enjoyed her writing, so I'm hoping I will enjoy this the same, and it is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. So I think I actually do have this on Kindle, but you know, you just get a feel for them books that you're like, I want to read this book physically. And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm happy to read this on Kindle. I don't know if that makes sense, but in my head I've got such a divide between books I want to read on Kindle and books I want to read physically. And this is one of the ones that I want to read physically, so I picked it up. Yeah, obviously, it came out in 2018, so I'm very much behind on this. But yeah, I definitely want to read a bit more fantasy, and this one has always intrigued me, so I thought I would pick this up. And then I picked up the next in the series, the 100 Murders series. I don't actually know what this is called, like the actual series. The first book was called the 100 Murders, so I just call it the 100 Murders series, but please tell me what the actual series is, if it's called anything at all. By Seishi Yokomizo. So this is Death on Gokumen Island. This is, I think, the 4th one that's been translated into English, and I have been making my way slowly but surely through them all. I say that, I've read 2. Does that count? I've had the 3rd one on my shelf for a while, and like I say, this is another one that I want to read physically, so, and I never see it in charity shops or anything like that, so I thought I would pick it up physically. I'm hoping that by having the 4th in the series physically on my shelf looking at me, it will then inspire me to pick up the 3rd one in a bit of a quicker manner. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. But yeah, so I picked this one up as well. I really enjoy these books, and like I say, I'm getting behind. They are, I think they're on to, like, I want to say the 6th at least now that's translated into English, so I very much need to catch up, because this guy's got a lot of books out, and I can't be falling behind. That would just be a mess. So that is everything I bought in town today. Pretty good haul, and like I said, I paid for cash with them, so it doesn't even count. Reading update, I finished Butter last night, the physical book which I was reading for my book club pick. I will go through my thoughts on that later, because I feel like I'm still digesting it. I still don't really know how I think about it. And then I wanted something a bit easy to read, lighthearted, that I didn't have to put too much effort into, after the slog that was Butter. So I picked up Twisted Hate by Anna Huang, and yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. It's the 3rd in the Twisted series out of 4, so making my way through the series, which is good. And I'm actually really enjoying this one. Obviously it's Twisted Hate, so it's like an enemies to lovers book, and yeah, I'm kind of really intrigued. They're like setting up quite a few different like plot points in terms of like backstory that we don't quite know yet. So I'm looking forward to kind of more getting revealed about that. I think I'm about 40% through. So yes, gonna sit down and read some of that today. I think I've only got, according to the Kindle, you know, it tells you how long you've got left. I've only got about 3 hours left. So if I could finish that today, that would be brilliant. But we will see. Like I say, I have to do a lot of organising in my house because I can't deal with mess and clutter and stuff, and currently I've got a lot of stuff everywhere, so that needs to be rectified. Okay, excuse the mess down there. That's my dumping ground. But the way my TBR shelf is double stacked. Ugh. And full. I need to get reading, or I need to get rid of some books. Okay, I'm really exposing the mess of my room now, but this is my actual bookshelf. So as you can see, this is my hardbacks, which I have run out of room for hardbacks, and that is obviously single stacked. I don't know if... Oh! Problem solved. I do have room to double stack. I didn't think I would have room to double stack on that shelf, but that's fine. I can keep buying books, because this is nearly finished with the double stack in, and then this is obviously double stacked under here. Great. Well, I've solved my problem, so this was pointless. I was gonna say I need to have a book on haul, but never mind. Don't worry about it. So excuse the appearance, I am so hot. I just had to turn all the fans off, close my window, etc. Because I filmed a sit down video. I did my wrap up for May, June and July. It was a bit of a whistle stop tour because I had a lot of books to get through, and it was so hot, hence why I look like this now. But yeah, I'm actually very impressed with myself for filming it, because I really didn't feel like it. I was like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow, but I'm glad I like pushed through and actually did it. And now I'm gonna spend the rest of the afternoon relaxing. I think I'm just gonna read my book. The Olympics is on, obviously, so gonna watch some of that. I think the women's football is on, and I'm a women's football girlie if you didn't know. So yeah, gonna watch that and read some more of Twisted Hate. It always feels really weird like updating the vlog, because like who cares? Who actually cares? Like I watch vlogs all the time and I love it. I'm like, tell me every minute second of your life. Like I want to hear it. You sorting out your laundry? Tell me. Show me. But when it comes to me doing it, I'm like, actually who cares? Who cares that I've just filmed a video and I'm now going to read my book? Oh, it's so weird. I feel like, especially because I've not done vlogs in such a long time, it feels weird getting back into it, but that's my update. Hi, me again. Same position, 17 different hairstyles a day. I don't know what that is. We're ignoring it. I am now 65% through Twisted Hate. You know when it's just going too well? And you're looking at the fact that you're only 65% through and you're like, what on earth can happen in the next 35%? I'm not mentally ready for it. And I just had to come on and say that and share my thoughts with you, because it's just, things are falling into place a bit too well. No spoilers, but I'm not ready. Anyway, it reckons I've got another 2 hours left in the book, so I'm pretty sure I'll be finishing it tonight, because I'm kind of hooked. I do really like this book. It's really quite good. And I'm watching the Olympic football, women's football. I was watching Spain versus Brazil, and now I'm watching Australia versus the US. Haven't done any of the things I was meant to do today in terms of cleaning, tidying, sorting out, but hey, I've got books to read. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is, sorry, I've got like an air conditioning unit, let me turn that off. Just a little one. Good morning. It is the 1st of August, a new month. And I finished Twisted Hate, trying to find my Kindle. I finished Twisted Hate last night. Well, actually this morning I fell asleep reading it. I had like 6% left, so annoying. But I finished it this morning, so my first read of August done. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I haven't read the Twisted series for a while. So I can't really remember what I rated the others, but I would definitely rate this like a good 4 stars. I think I definitely enjoyed it more than I did Twisted. I can't remember what the second one was called with Bridget. I definitely preferred that one, Twisted Hate. So that's good, and it's actually made me want to like reread the first book in the series. This Twisted Hate follows Josh, which is Ava's sister, and Ava is the main character the female main character in the first book. So it follows her brother and her best friend. And obviously it's a hate to lovers, enemies to lovers romance. I think it was done really well. There was a lot of build up, but like the right amount, not too much. And yeah, it all felt very believable. And yeah, I liked that the actual enemies lovers, like they did dislike each other. You know, sometimes you read enemies lovers and they're like oh, I don't like this person, but they don't give you a reason and they don't really show it, and then all of a sudden they're in love and you're like, was that enemies to lovers? No, but this one they actually did hate each other beforehand, so that's always good. But yeah, so I enjoyed that one. Like I say, it made me want to go back and read the first one because obviously Ava's in it a lot, but also Alex, her partner, is best friends with Josh, and there were some things I don't quite remember from the oh my god, I can't remember what the first one's called, Twisted Love book, and I remember really liking that one, so I would like to go back and reread that one, but not yet. I can't. As much as I would like to, I need to get to my most anticipated books, because as I said in my most anticipated books video and my 2024 goals, I'm awful at starting a new book that I'm looking forward to. Does that make sense? Like I'm awful at starting my most anticipated books because I don't know, I just put it off. So I have 3 that I want to get to. I've got the reappearance of Rachel Price, the Just for the Summer, and the one by Stuart Turton, The Last Murder at the End of the World, or something like that. I just can't decide which one to pick. So I've got them all on Kindle, so I've got them all accessible to me. I might see if any of them are available on audiobook, but I doubt it because they're all new releases, so I think they'll all be taken on my library. But it would be really good to have an audiobook today because I do want to get some stuff done. So yeah, I'm going to sit with it for a while, see what I fancy. I'm going to do a couple of chores, and then see what book I pick after that. So it's now Thursday night, and I'm here to do a bit of a reading update. I've had quite a productive day actually. I did a few things on my to-do list and have also started some new reads, which I'm going to share with you now. So I think in my last update I said I was going to pick an audiobook. I really struggled to find an audiobook. I'm actually with 3 different libraries just because of where I've lived. Also, if you can see like my face lighting up, it's because I'm sat in front of the TV watching the Olympics. Gymnastics, if anyone's interested. But yeah, I was trying to find an audiobook. I actually really struggled, even though I'm with 3 different libraries from the 3 different places I've lived in. I've just kept the library card. Are you allowed to do that? Anyway, I really couldn't find many audiobooks, and then I remembered I was listening to the audiobook for The Wolf Den last month, I believe, because I wanted to read the sequel, The House with the Golden Door, but I couldn't quite remember what was happening in the first one. So I picked up the audiobook for the sequel, The House with the Golden Door. I have got the physical copy, but I really like the audiobook for the first one, so I thought I'd give the sequel a go. And I do struggle with audiobooks sometimes, like getting into them and visualising and paying attention. So I found it quite helpful because I already know the characters, or some of the characters in here. So it was a lot easier for me to get into. I'm only like a couple of chapters in, so I don't really have any thoughts so far, but that's what I'm currently reading. And then on my Kindle, I said I was going to pick one of my 2024 releases to read. I couldn't decide which to pick, but eventually I chose Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I was just still feeling a romance. I've been really feeling romances this summer. That's just all I've been wanting to read, so I thought, why not? I'll carry on. I was gonna not force myself, but I was gonna like make myself read a different genre. I had either the reappearance of Rachel Price or The Last Murder at the End of the World, but I was like, I want to read romance, like, let the girl read romance. So I've started Just for the Summer. I think I'm about 27% of the way through right now. I am enjoying it. I believe I'm already like maybe 30% through it. It does go really quickly, Abby Jimenez's books for me, and this is no different. So our main characters are Emma and Justin, and they have got this curse on them where whoever they date then goes on to find the love of their life once they've broken up, if that makes sense. So they're kind of stuck in this limbo of never finding the love of their life, so they decide to date just for the summer. Hopefully they'll break the curse by cancelling each other out, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've just got to the part where they have kind of like met and have done their first date. I think they're dating for 6 weeks, and then they're going to break up to break the curse. Yeah, like I say, I am enjoying it. I really like Abby Jimenez's writing, so that's always a win for me. I will say it does feel a little bit rushed at the moment. Like they've done their first date and then they are already like spilling all their deepest, darkest secrets and like going back into their past and things like that, and I prefer a bit more of a slow burn in my romances. I like them to be a little bit more guarded and then like slowly open up, and it literally on their first date they're talking about their like childhood, and one of the main characters is in foster care and they're going into all the reasons why they're in foster care. And I don't know, I just feel like I prefer it when they kind of eke it out a little bit more. It feels very obvious and in your face, if that makes sense. But that being said, I am really enjoying it, and I'm excited to see kind of how it progresses and how it works out in the long run. They're the 2 books I am reading at the moment. I'm going to sit down and read a bit more of Just for the Summer now whilst watching the Olympics. I'll probably check in with you once I have made a bit more progress in Just for the Summer, or finished it, depending on if I have any groundbreaking thoughts in the meantime. Hello! I'm actually filming from my brand new camera. This is the first time I have used it, so apologies if it is not quite right. I can't really, yeah, usually I have been using my phone to record like vlog footage and stuff, but I actually bit the bullet and bought a camera for it, the DJI Pocket 2. It was a lot cheaper than the more recent DJI Pocket 3, but I thought it would be absolutely fine for what I want to use it for. But it's really tiny, like it's a little handheld thing. I'll show you in a second properly. Yeah, I actually also got the creator combo, so it comes with a microphone and a tripod and things. I haven't tested out the microphone yet, so this is just using the camera mic, so it might be not as good. We'll see. But I'm sure it's already an upgrade on my phone footage that you've been seeing for the rest of the vlog. I'm really excited. I really wanted to like treat myself and actually get a proper camera for these videos. I have been using my boyfriend's, I don't know what type of camera it is. It's a Canon, Sony, I don't know, like a big camera for filming my like main videos. But this is just a lot more compact. I can set it up on my own and yeah, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. I can't really, it's got like a really small screen. I think I can hook it up to my phone so I can like see myself better and stuff like that, but this is my first test using it, so we shall see. I'm also going to Canada in a month, and I really wanted to kind of vlog the trip and all of that. We're going on lots of hikes, going to the lakes, the mountains. I just wanted something I could like carry around and quickly whip out and film, so this I think is going to be perfect. But yeah, I just thought I would come on and quickly do a reading update. I finished Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and I've got to say guys, I was disappointed in this. Not much really changed from my last update. I rated it 3 stars in the end. It probably would have been more had I not had the high expectations going into it. That makes sense. I expected so much from this book, and unfortunately I was a little bit disappointed. It wasn't a bad book by any means. There was nothing offensive or wrong. It just, I didn't feel as connected to it as I did the other books in her Part of Your World kind of series. The pacing was kind of off. I think the points the book was trying to make and the kind of storylines could have been done in a better way. There were certain characters that I thought were quite overdramatic and not quite, I don't know, they didn't feel like they were responding in the way that you would actually respond. And I don't know, it just all felt a bit far-fetched. It all felt a bit far-fetched, and I don't know. I just think the way it was written could be, it had the potential to be such an emotional story, and I didn't get that from it. I just kind of was going through the motions reading it, and yeah, I wasn't kind of as hooked as I usually am with her books. Normally her books are so intense and beautiful, and I feel really like in the story, whereas this felt very like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and this happened, and yeah, it just wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, in my opinion. And like I say, I think that's because I had such high expectations. I've rated both of the books that I've read by her 5 stars, so for this one not to be a 5-star loved it book hurt a bit more than it normally would. Anyway, moving on, also a book on my Kindle, I am moving on to The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I loved the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, really loved it, so I'm really hoping to feel the same way about this one. We shall see. I think there is a mixed media element in it. I will say I'm about 15, I think I'm 15% through the book now, so not too far through it. We're still kind of in the opening stages and kind of getting the backstory and things like that, but I will say I've seen no mixed media so far, So I'm a bit nervous that there isn't any, but I hope there is, because I think that's one of the elements I loved the most about the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, was the mixed media element. But yeah, we shall see. It kind of follows a similar setup as the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, but obviously slightly different. So we're following Belle, and her mother was Rachel Price, who disappeared one day and has not been seen since. And I think it's been at least like 15 years since she has been seen and presumed dead. I think she then reappears based on the title. Haven't got to that bit yet, but we are following Belle and her family as they take part in a documentary series about the disappearance and everything that entails. I'm enjoying it so far. It's not like hooked me. It's not like an unputdownable book just yet, but I think we will get to that bit. I'm hoping that there'll be a lot of mystery and intrigue to come. There is a couple of characters that I've already got my eye on. They already feel a little bit suspicious to me, some of the things they're saying, so we'll see if I'm right. I never usually am, but you never know. So yeah, I'm actually on nights this week, so I go to work tonight, so I'm going to have a little nap, but before that I'm going to hopefully try and get some more reading in. So I've now finished the book. I was reading it to and from on my commute to work, and so I didn't get a chance to kind of update you in between starting it and now finishing it. But yeah, I finished it, and I'm probably going to rate it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time reading it. It was really fun. I liked the ending and how it kind of all got revealed, the mystery and about her reappearance. I didn't love it as much as the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. I think it just lacked a little bit of development, and some of the plot points were kind of just there for convenience to the story rather than actually necessarily being appropriate or relevant to actually what may have happened, if that makes sense. It didn't really feel realistic, that's the word I'm trying to find, to kind of how events I think would have turned out. I think I would have liked a bit more of a build up in the mystery. It was interesting and I did enjoy it, but yeah, I felt like some parts of it were quite rushed. But I did enjoy the characters and kind of how it all unravelled, and it was really fun. I was reading it so quickly, hence the lack of updates. I would say there is no mixed media in the book at all. I was very disappointed in that. I thought there would be some. I felt like it was kind of sold to us. I guess they never probably actually said that there was mixed media in it, but it was kind of marketed like there would be, and there wasn't, which was a shame, but it didn't feel necessarily like it needed it. I was just expecting it from her previous work and how much I really enjoyed that mixed media element in the Good Girls Guide to Murder. I did guess, when I think I said in my previous clip that I had my suspicions on something and I had kind of an idea about something, and I would say I was right, which I guess some people don't like guessing what happens in plots and they feel like it kind of ruins the experience for me, but I love that because I never get it right. I'm always wrong. I think that's why I like mysteries and thrillers so much, because I'm always shocked. But this time I actually did guess one of the main plot points, so I was quite proud of myself, if I do say so myself. But yeah, like I say, was a good fun read, but not one that you could really think about too deeply, because I think the more you think about it, the more you kind of pick up on plot holes and maybe realise that there are some things that are kind of missing from the book. The more I'm speaking about it, the more I'm like, well, maybe there were some issues. But anyway, I just kind of rate books based on my gut feeling, and I would say my gut feeling was like, this was a 4-star. I really had fun reading it, and yeah, I still got that same enjoyment as I did from the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. However, the plot wasn't necessarily as good, if that makes sense. I don't really know what I'm going to read now. I've kind of had a couple of days off reading and I can't really decide what to pick up next. So we'll see. I'm still listening to the audiobook of, I don't know what it's called, I don't have the book with me, the sequel to The Wolf Den. So I'll probably just make some more progress on that in the next couple of days. I have got the physical book as well, so I might just read that alongside the audiobook just to kind of get through it a bit quicker. I did go and see It Ends With Us in cinema. I haven't actually read the book and I didn't necessarily have that much interest in it, but obviously it was so like hyped up, and quite a lot of my friends have seen it, and then one of my friends wanted to go and I would get FOMO if I didn't go. So I wanted to see what it was all about, and as someone that hadn't read the book, I actually really enjoyed it. I think obviously I kind of knew what it was going into it, and it was very like predictable once I started watching the film. But yeah, I thought it was actually done quite well, and it kind of ended how I wanted it to. It kind of shared a good message, and I think will be like quite impactful for a lot of people, and a lot of women. I think it was done in a very clever way, with certain scenes and flashbacks and things like that. So yeah, I really liked that aspect of it. Obviously it was like quite a harrowing watch, but it was really good at the same time. And yeah, it did, like, some of the like reviews and stuff I've seen of it are basically like, you're basically being gaslit throughout the movie, which I think like it was the point. I don't know, that's how I got from it. That kind of was the point of it, that like, you know, the main character experiences all of that, and so therefore we're experiencing it too. But I don't know, I really quite liked it, and it was better than I was expecting it. I wasn't expecting much going into it, but yeah, some people did say that there were a lot of plot points that were missed from the book, but obviously I haven't read the book, so I can't really compare that. But yeah, I would recommend to go and see it. Obviously be mindful of what it's about before going into it, but yeah, I really liked it. I think I'm going to probably wrap up the vlog here, because I don't know how many clips I've got, how much footage I have, but I've been filming for about a week now, and I read a few books during this vlog. And like I said, I don't really know what I'm going to pick up next, so I don't necessarily fancy reading another one of my most anticipated books yet, because the ones I've got left that I have hold of, I just don't fancy reading right now. So yeah, I'm probably going to wrap this vlog up now, and then maybe I'll start another one next week, once I've decided what to read. Thank you so much for watching. Like I say, it's a bit disjointed, this vlog. It's probably not quite as seamless as I'd hoped it'd be. There's not much B-roll, I know that much, but I'm just getting back into the vlogging again, and now I've got this new camera, hopefully I will get some more footage. I'm going to the Taylor Swift Eras tour this week, so there'll definitely be some footage of that in the next vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.